Hi, in this video I'm going to show you a little bit about chart which has menus on it. Now in the previous video we've created dashboard with the charts, spreadsheets, buttons and well pretty much anything else that we need to know for the first time using Motionboard. But now I'm going to show you a little bit of nifty feature that is also useful and quite often used in many scenarios. Good, so let's get right into it. So this is our dashboard. Once again, we're still back with the same charts, same spreadsheets and button. Now what I'm going to show you is the left side of the dashboard, which is the chart. Now if you take a closer look into the chart, there are menus on top of it. As you can see, when I hover the mouse over the chart, the menu shows up. Now sometimes this menu does not show up. That is because generally we would like to disable the menu. And if you want to take a look, you could properties and you go to the chart menu, you press side, and boom, it's not gonna show up. So yeah, this is the chart menu, as you might have guessed, and this chart menu is very useful, whether it's for editing or for normal users that can view the dashboard. Now if you hover the mouse and then take a look at the chart menu, you can see there are several menus. First one is switch chart, search, forecast and analysis, download, settings, edit like charts or tabs or legend. Now I'm not going to show all of these menus. I'm going to show you what is being often used. The first one is the chart, switch chart. Now as you might guess, this one is for switching the chart. No matter what is your data, how the data is structured, as long as you already got the row or column and then the summary, it will show the data in a way that the chart is needed to be shown in their respective style. If bar, then it will be shown like this, and if it's line, it will be shown like this. Of course you need to measure which one is the best for you to display the data. Of course, if it's not a time series or time based data, using line would not be wise, because you don't really know what is going on. So that's why I'm using bar, because it only shows for each individual or each category on its own. That's why I'm using the bar chart. And of course there are so many other options. Another one is also using the summary table. Summary table is very helpful if you want to know the general or the basic data display. As you can see, if we ignore the chart style, the chart type, and just want to know what data will be shown, then this is the easiest one. Now let's move on to the next menu. The second one is the search. Now the search is also a nifty little feature, but sometimes not being often used. If you have already put the search into the dashboard itself, if you remember, we have set up the search in here. This search can be used in many ways. The first one is by placing the search right into the dashboard, or by making it into a searchable configuration like this. Or if you want to add, you can press this and it will add it just like the way we have added by using a search condition. So it is exactly the same. Now that is the search. Now another feature is data simulation. As much as it sounds interesting, but I'm not going to show you about this one first, because to be honest, it's not being used as often as you might have think, or at least in my scenario. Now for the next menu though, this is probably one of the most used feature. You just download Excel or CSV file, Now if you download this, of course it will download the data. The name, the name format is going to be the summary item for sorry, the chart name. If you go to properties, sorry, if you go to the yes, you go to the name of this chart is brand summary, and if you take a look at the download file, it's download summary. It's the same. Oh, sorry, and there it goes, exactly the same. Now it might be wise to make sure that what you are downloading it's going to be based on what you've seen exactly on the dashboard. Now if you want to take a look, sometimes you just want to download maybe if I go to the London branch and you want to download in the entire section, the entire data, sometimes there are two options. Either you download this one, or you can add another dashboard and then it is being placed in another part of the dashboard. So then download that chart instead, or spreadsheet instead. That's probably what I would do, so that no matter what kind of searches I've done or committed, the download is gonna be the full data. Yep. And if you download the CSV, it's gonna be the same. Now you might be wondering, is it possible to change the name format? Like I like the name format, but also I don't want the date format. I guess this one is based on the date 2024 01 16. Now the answer is, unfortunately, unless you have the license for the export feature, then no. But if you have the default feature license, then you should be able to download it just like this normally. So yeah, the basic feature is there, but for more advanced, I just keep customizing the name. Fortunately not. Now let's move on to the last useful feature in the chart menu, which is settings. Now in settings we have several menus that we can take a look at. There are swap item. Now swap item is probably going to be helpful if you want to switch the data display. I'm going to show you like this. Say I have this, okay, we go to all. Alright, so that now there's branch and store. Say if I want to switch it, like I want to, alright, I'm going to change it up, but I don't want to, let's say, go to edit mode and then edit it all. Remember, chart menu can also appear, or will also appear, for the normal user or the user with the non-edit role. So if someone that is that's able to see normally, maybe like your boss or the manager, or maybe just a normal user, they can see, they can adjust, they can do exactly what are we using right now. So let's say I want to, okay, let's say I just want to look at the store itself. I need to look at everything else. There you go. And as you might have guessed, it can show and hide the part of the chart we are having us to manually adjust on the pivoting part of the data source. So both are still here, but the displayed part is based on what's on swap item. So let's take it back. Okay, now this one is just like the way we have set it up before. Now second is a split chart. Now split chart might be useful if you're using, let's say, I'm going to use the coach. Okay, I'm going to use coach, and then I'm going to use this one. So as you can see, now what this does, splitting, is basically just changing the display data based on what we want to split. Say Now it's undo. So as you can see, there are several data in our dashboard. There are brands that are stored there, and each of these is gonna have a big impact on the how the summary item is being displayed. Now, when we set, let's say in one of the chart in a coach or maybe something else, maybe image or any other else, or single digital, maybe the data that is being shown is summarized, meaning that the data that is being displayed as a single table is based on either one of the value in here, instead of actually displaying them correspondingly based on store or maybe based on brands. That is why the feature for splitting exists, and we need to split it if we want to use charts such as summary, gauge or single digit. That is why we are using this feature. Split and the split, as you can see. You can go to store. There you go. Now this is our data. Put it here. Okay. First because the view starts. So we go to London. How about this? We go to London, and then we can get to see the value. There you go. Now we can compare both of the value. Now it might look a bit tight, but you can see the value is exactly the same. So if in the Piccadilly store for the London branch, this budget is 2.3, and then the Westminster store for the London branch is 3.8. Exactly the same. Now if we disable the summary and the split, the value is gonna be the first value that is being displayed. So yeah, that is why it's important to use the split. And split feature, guess what, is available on the summary chart. I could have made this video separately about splitting, but I'm gonna show you the introductory for this menu. Another feature is the axis. Now axis is basically if you want to configure the axis that we use on bar or on spreadsheet or any other. Okay, so I'm gonna undo this first off. Quality to take this one. Okay, there we go. Put it all right. Alright. Yeah. Say that this axis, the y, the x and the y axis, you can adjust it. But in this axis generally it's the x-axis, which is the summary. Now as you can see, the summary is budget. We can adjust it. We can show axis. We can show display name. As you can see, it's budget millions. Scale. Type of, the also the maximum value. And I said, well, let me show it. Also, the last one is summary format. So if you want to add projects, testing, or percentage, you can do that too. Yeah, basically it will just show you the suffix or the prefix on the summary. Okay, that's it pretty much for the summary the chart menu. Now if you don't want any of this, you can just hide it in the properties, hide it, and boom, it's done. Sometimes you would like to adjust for this type of chart with no menu. Sometimes you also need to add the menu so that the user can adjust the chart based on what they need, on their need. So yeah, hopefully this will help, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video about Motionboard. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.